Okay, let's do a 2025 review. There's a bunch of stuff that happened. Let's start off with Nathan. When Nathan was first revealed, they showed a little concept art. I thought he was the most boring character released. He still is. Still is. The concept was him wearing basically just his jersey, but when he's actually shown off in game, he didn't just put a jacket on. It's still a boring design in my opinion. This weekend's outfit, I do like this weekend outfit. This is a much better outfit for him. Apparently he's number 84. All right. Besides his boring appearance, he's I actually grown to like him throughout the whole reunion story. Maisel is definitely one of my favorite characters they released this year. Her default outfit being basically her own workplace is awesome. And I just recently had a closer look, and she apparently has three body types. So the first body type is being any one of her default outfits, like this one right here. The second body type being this one right here. And the third body type is when you put it on any other outfit that isn't hers, she just goes into this. So that's just three body types on one character. That's awesome. I think this whole year was just full of surprises and fake outs because Sienna is definitely one that fooled all of us. Sienna, everyone thought she was going to be a shooting guard or a point guard. No, she's a center. She is also technically two characters in one. So as soon as she turns into her model form, it's just an entirely different character with the same moveset. I will admit her default outfit is a bit silly. She's just wearing her house clothes and rollers to a basketball court. I would have thought this would have been a different style, but no, it's her default outfit. I just find it very silly. But other than that, I do like it. Maybe a little bit. I'll give it like a 3 out of 5. Gaiji's definitely another one with a unique design. Well, more unique on the face part. Ever since he was revealed, I always called him Geen because that is exactly who he looks like. It's a character from Bleach, if you didn't know that. I don't like his skydiver outfit where he puts a helmet on because I just can't see his face. Also, unintentionally, they gave him an Halloween outfit. His default hair is just black, and they just put a hat on top of it. Another thing they're starting to get creative with is that not only is he the first point guard in years since Little Fox, he's also the tallest point guard in the game. He's as tall as a center. Jenna, I'm just glad they have a female that is just tatted up. Like there is a bunch of tattoos on her upper body. I would have liked that they also put some tattoos on the lower part of the body, but I'll take what I can get. And she's a goth that's also a doctor. She's a gothic doctor. That's crazy. Now we have two doctors in here besides Camila. In terms of outfits, most of her defaults is see-through. I do like the black one more. The weekend relax outfit is also good. It's a bit different, though. There's two characters this year with workout outfits. I don't know why the whole crew doesn't have workout outfits. Also, want to quickly backpedal back to Nathan. This is not the same as his default outfit. This is more or less the same as the other bulky jersey outfits that we've been getting lately. But if you can take a closer look at his default outfit, the pants is much skinnier than the top, and it also doesn't have this Blazin logo on the side. So it may have the same design, but it's definitely much more bulkier than his defaults. pretty early on in the year, there was definitely an onslaught of cheaters that definitely um, tarnished the gameplay. I couldn't really get a grasp on what was going on because I just stopped playing during that short time when there was too many cheaters. It feels like there is less now than it was before, but they definitely need to update their anti-cheat system. After the August 20th update, which brings out a whole slew of balance patches, basically making Janessa non-meta at this point. So before you could basically spam dash intercept even if you were out of stamina. Now they made sure to if your stamina was low, you can't use dash intercept anymore. And the amount of times when you press circle went down from like 12 to 6, so you can't really spam dash intercept anymore. They made it far easier to counter Janessa when she's on defense. Another update, which was needed for a long time, is putting a cooldown on blind defense. I would argue 7 seconds is a bit short, but this cooldown is very much needed, especially against Lou. Now it's just Lou throws up her hands, and when that fails, if they try to do that again, you already got a free shot because they're just probably spamming triangle instead of the block button. It's hilarious to see this in action. They also made sure to make the ball jump somewhere else when someone's doing a chip out, so to prevent the chip out stall thing that was happening pretty early on in the year. But I think they need to update this again because people can still chip out the ball just by running towards it, and I don't think that's how it's supposed to be used. They announced this yesterday that the professor and everything from the Rise collaboration is going to be removed from the game. Though, if you already own the professor and everything from that set, you should still have him and those sets still in the game, so you should be fine. Me, I got professor for free like years ago. I got professor and Krista for free years ago. So if everyone should already own the professor at this point. But if you are a new player and you don't already own him, now's the time to just go ahead and grab him because he's going to be removed by some point in January. Also, with his removal, I doubt there's anything going to happen balance patch wise, uh, anything like updating the character or giving him an intensive. So he might stay like this. So unless they renew the license with the professor, you're not probably not going to see any balance updates related to him, maybe except for like skills and stuff. You can still upgrade him and everything else, so you can still buy cards for him and freestyles, but other than that, you probably won't see like a balance patch from him anymore. And before anyone gets upset, this is pretty standard for video games and copyrighted licensed content. So say like if this was like Dead by Daylight, I mean pretty soon they're gonna lose Michael Myers. So this is pretty standard stuff for licensed content. They updated the ability cards to now have growth boxes, so there's a higher chance to get platinum and gold. But when this thing first drops, they was extra greedy. So before it was 750 premium points for just 50 cards. That was way too much, especially since paying for the ability cards is the only way to level up the growth box. It still is right now. I'm hoping they change that. They did cut the prices to 60%, and hopefully it stays like that. They said it wouldn't stay like this, but I am begging them to actually keep this. The update to the mailbox is definitely needed because everything would have been stored in the mailbox prior to this, but after taking everything out of the mailbox, it would just go straight into the inventory, which I definitely like. Also, they have a result screen for when you pick up everything at once. I also asked for that, so thank you, Joy City, for this. So now, after I pick everything up from the inventory, I can just go down here and see everything else here. So I can go to these growth box tickets, again, update these to actually level them up, pick out how many I want, and then go to a character that needs it. So say if someone like Mika needs it, I'll just give it to Mika. It's gonna take a little bit because it is delayed, and then boom, Mika now has tickets. That is awesome. And then everything else down here at the bottom, everything is just stored up. The selectable platinum tickets, all this. This was needed a long time ago, so thank you. I really hope they do another balance patch, hopefully soon, to just nerf these meta characters because they've been dominating for basically the entire year. So Giant G, Fox, or any other character that has like a cheap move that they want to abuse. Hopefully they get nerfed pretty soon because honestly, keep saying the same characters over and over again just to use one specific move is definitely getting on my nerves. As soon as Giant G gets his dunk nerfed and Slipstream gets nerfed, there's definitely going to be a shift in what people pick for characters. Another thing that I also want to add on is definitely a stat cap of some kind because most of these abilities are just exceeding numbers that shouldn't even be reached at this point. So, where is it? So, like, normal move speed can just go up to 101. That shouldn't be possible. Characters can go either too fast on one ability or one thing. So each character should just have a unique stat cap at this point because if we just gonna keep having characters doing this and that, there's gonna be characters that just won't miss at all or level up one thing and just drive all over the place. So they definitely need to make some major updates next year. Last thing that I want to cover is that so many characters now have more unique body types or body features. So this is only exclusive to her intensive outfit, but she is now much more muscular than her default, and that is cool. So Carolina, Giant G, Noah to an extent, if you count his eyes glowing, and Maisel. All four of those characters now have unique body types, and that is great. Hopefully, we have more characters like this.